All right. Hi, everyone. Today, we're going to build a chatbot tailored to pediatric dental offices. We will start by watching a short demo of one. Then I will show you step by step how I recreated the same functionality, solving the high cost and repetitive scripted responses. Let's start. So let's take a look at a chatbot that is already in the market. I picked a local pediatric dentistry website, and the chatbot is from an industry leader. So chat comes on as soon as the user is on the site, whether you like it or not. Then it starts with a set of messages cluttering the screen immediately. User can only choose from a predetermined list of questions. There's no user input. If a question is not on the list, it simply asks for personal information. It works like an old school lead generation. Now, parents want answers to their questions now so they can assess a problem and make a decision. This tool is also expensive. It comes with a yearly contract and costs up to $450 per month. I'm going to show you how to create an interactive chatbot at an amazing price point. We're going to create PoppyChat, a virtual smile guide for puppy kids pediatric dentistry. But this model can be applied to any medical practice or small business. There are 7 main tools, 2 LLMs, Mistral for retrieval and Perplexity for backup. I use Python for data generation. Topic modeling is done by Cloud Opus. Website chatbot, UI, intents, and the vector database are all components of VoiceFlow. All steps are outlined in my GitHub repo. First, I located top reputable pediatric dentistry blogs and got the blog posts links using sitemap XML. Then I extracted the HTML content and used OpenAI to format the blogs as title and content. This removed anything unnecessary for my use case. I then converted these blocks to question and answer pairs using LangChain and GPT-4. From 2 top blog sites, I generated about 1,000 pairs, and the total runtime for this was about under 10 minutes. Next, I organized 1,000 questions among 20 topics, courtesy of Cloud Opus. Now, meanwhile, I experimented with fine-tuning Mistral 7B models, but scraped it due to high cost of inference and low performance, and used always-on 7x8 Mistral model from Together AI. So check out my repo if you'd like to dive deeper into the code. VoiceFlow sits at the heart of PoppyChat. It is advertised as a low-code tool. However, it has nice developer features to extend the platform. I was able to build a pretty advanced solution with their open APIs. The picture shows just 2 of my dialogues. It has a built-in vector database called Knowledge Base. It uses a combination of Langsmith and Face, and the chunks are by default divided into 1,000 tokens. To retrieve my chunks, I wrote a JavaScript function that uses their dialog API. My similarity score is set to pretty high, and the function retrieves the chunks and formats them for the LLM. Now, I should mention here, when I realized JavaScript was the only option available in VoiceFlow, I had a mini stroke, but I was able to manage it by using their docs as well as Copilot. I first noticed VoiceFlow when I watched a webinar on YouTube about T-Mobile. They were using the tool to switch their customer support from human to AI agents. When I executed the example file from the video, 1 question cost me over $3. Now, T-Mobile pays between $30 to $40 an hour to their human agents. So this is a 90% discount to them. But for a small business, this will break the bank. To beat this spending spree, I had to be methodical. First was creating the perfect prompt for retrieval from the parent's question. Parents never ask a simple question about their child. Here's an example of how a user prompt is formatted for retrieval. Next is where the magic happens. The perfect prompt is fed into Mistral along with the return chunks from the knowledge base, and it's tailored to return a succinct answer. Mistral also runs on a separate JavaScript function. If the knowledge base does not return any chunks, the flow checks and validates the question to see if it's related to pediatric dentistry. I use GPT-4 to get to optimum results. Once the question is validated, the assistant sends the question to Perplexity. Just a reminder, these are the questions that do not have a match in the knowledge base. Now, you're probably asking, why Perplexity? Why not stick with Mixtral or anything else? Well, I chose it because of its web adapter and its ability to return the most trustworthy source as the reply. We're dealing with parents of small children. It also works very, very quickly. To keep parents engaged, I set up a loop for Perplexity to produce a follow-up question. This question is derived from the previous question and the answer pair. Besides the Q&A, I added a few other features. And first is appointments. It calls the Google Places API for business hours and then provides options. I tried to keep everything within the chatbot, such as embedding the online booking. I also configured intent. Now, what's an intent, you may ask? And it is what users, in our case, parents, want to do within the app. It picks up the intent of the question from users' last utterance. For example, if a user asks, where is Poppy Kids? Or are you open on Saturdays? It produces a map and relevant business information. Insurance is a typical component of any medical practice. And at Poppy Kids, the office manager spends most of her time answering questions about eligibility and options. The flow also promotes an in-house membership as a replacement to traditional insurance. Let me go over how it works. First is a complex question that does not exist in my knowledge database, the relationship between children's dental health and gut health. And it is able to actually answer utilizing Perplexity in a very succinct manner. And as you can see, it creates a follow-up question using this answer as well as the original question. When I click on it, answers the question the same way as before. Now, you can continue through the loop, but I decided to add a completely different question, the one that actually exists in my knowledge database, and it does actually reply it with the exact way that I want. Next is how a parent would ask a question. My daughter is teething, how can I relieve her discomfort? And same way, LLM actually resets the question and is able to answer from the knowledge database. Next question is a little trickier. It has two parts, when and why. And LLM is able to actually answer it in the same order that it received. Now, let's take a look at the intents. At any point, user can write, I want to book an appointment. And it'll check the Google Places API and provide you the options. When I run this, Poppy Kids were open, so there are two options. You can either call us or book now. Anything else I can help you with? Same thing with the insurance. All I have to type is, do you take my insurance? Is my insurance accepted? And it'll actually start that dialogue setup for the insurance. First, it gives you the spiel, then asks you if you have dental insurance. When I say no, it'll actually provide you with the in-house membership, which is called Poppy Membership. Okay, so we have our appointment. We know about insurance. We need to know where the dental practice is, right? So at any point, we can write, where are you located? Where is Poppy Kids? And it'll actually create a cart that provides us the map as well as the phone and the business hours. When you click on the phone and business hours, it'll actually provide you the detailed information. Now, why Google Places API? Because Google Business Page is the source of truth. So we can ask questions such as, are you open on Fridays? Okay, any more questions related to Poppy Kids? Yes, ask away. Let's check if the validation works. Do you think my audience likes my demo? And it actually answers with, I did not classify your question as related to pediatric dentistry. And here it is, how it looks live. This is the staging data website of Poppy Kids. When I click the PoppyChat, every time it makes an introduction, it'll be a different introduction, courtesy of GPT 3.5. Let's go into the FAQs. Let's type a question. It is actually pretty responsive. The question has a few different components to it, and it is able to return citing American Dental Association. Let's go back to main menu. And let's see if it produces a nice joke for us. Why did the dentist become a comedian? Because he already had a good sense of feeling. I did not get that, so maybe the sense of humor needs a little bit more fine-tuning, but you get the point. All right, now we're going to talk about the cost. After all, PoppyChat is designed to solve the affordability problem, right? VoiceFlow monthly subscription is $50 and comes with 2 million tokens. That's more than enough for 1,000 interactions. One-time dataset generation was around $5. Inference for the knowledge base was just $1. Perplexity backup, only $1. Cost for Google Places API was negligible, which brings our total to under $60 per month. So it is possible to replace costly static chatbots for a fraction of the current price. Any small business can have a beautiful, functional, and interactive chatbot. Thanks for your time.